Hello, I am here with another amazing exhibitor for our Thrive Together NDIS event. I'm here with Bobby from Wise Healthcare. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, how are you, Jenny?
Very well, very well. Now, what is Thrive Together? It's an event where anyone in the NDIS sector can come together, connect, collaborate, have conversations. We know that for participants to get the best outcomes, we need the sector to be collaborating and for providers to be working together. We know that it's generally not one provider who services everything. And so the communication and collaboration becomes pretty key. So if you're interested in building relationships and connecting and collaborating, please come along on the 29th of April. You can register using the link. Bobby, over to you. Now, do you want to share a little bit? You wear multiple hats. Can you share a little bit about, Wise Healthcare, about you and what you do?
What I do, look, I'm looking after the team here at Wise Healthcare. So I'm being available for the team wherever they need me in the current times, mostly within the office. But outside the office, I do wear a lot of different multiple hats, and that could be whether collaborating with the other providers, organizing networking events, which is a platform for bringing together the NDI service providers together to be working in a collaboration towards making sure that everybody is working towards a common goal of making the goals achievable for the NDIS participants and not just for themselves based on their financial or the overall growth achievements, what they want to do. And just make $1 million out of it. It's not just that, because NDIS is not about you coming on board and taking a dip into that $1 billion funding, which is through the through NDIS Commission or NDIA, and the money comes from tax dollars that we all contribute towards in one way or the other. So it's the platform. I've been working towards creating a platform for NDS providers to come together. That's one of my goals and visions for better benefiting the NDS participants in the long run.
Well, we're
Uh,
very aligned, aren't we?
Yes, because look, I've been thinking of that over the past weekend as well a lot. What else I can do, how else I can contribute and stuff. Because when I started about 7 to 8 years ago, I was all by myself. I had nobody to get to, nobody to talk to, nobody to reach out to on understanding how I can do certain things. Like if I'm facing a certain challenge on preparing a process or a term, even a particular term and a clause in my service agreement, I had nobody to go to. Like, how do I define my service agreement? How do I draft my employment or the contractor agreement? How do I send, who do I need to send an email? I had no idea about a difference between a support coordinator, a plan manager, and an OT back then. I'm talking about 2018. And when I look at a lot of different providers, I'm always happy to help out these providers to sit with them on a one-to-one or in a group session to give them the proper information on about who does what. And over the years, I'm connected with so many different professionals on
Yeah.
different levels in different service professions, I'd say, and the service delivery network, where I can even call somebody in. I can call an OT into that meeting or into that quick for a couple of minutes of a phone call conversation, or in a meeting on a one-to-one. That okay, please explain to this person what an OT does, or what a physio does. What is a counselor's role with an NDS participant? How would you differentiate between a counselor and a psychologist for an NDS participant? And I can keep going on for this.
There are
I'll
so
stop
many
now.
questions. So
There are
many questions.
so
Can
many. And
I
then,
ask you, like Wise Healthcare, your business provides a lot of different services. Can you share with us some of what you provide?
uh, I have to look up if I can actually share my screen on this one. I just need to find that particular page because in my presentation, you've been to a couple of my networking
Yeah.
events. And in my networking events, I've got what do you call the a slide where we've got what every service we do. I'm just trying to look this one up here on my computer on where that particular page is on the things that we do here. Sorry, this is taking me a second.
Hey, it's all right.
Yeah. So it's look while I'm looking for that, going through a lot of the networking events and going through a lot of different uh, services, having done a huge number of services in my previous organization and the role. I'm currently working on a very what do you call, very streamlined approach in the current time, where we are working towards only providing core supports right now, and not really going after every other service that we could be doing. So I'm just let me look it up because my mind's there as well, and I really want to put this one. Yeah, okay, I've got this one here, and if I can share my screen, where do I share my screen here? Meeting,
Yep.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you can see my screen, I guess.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Now, in Wise Healthcare, we, as I said, we're mostly concentrating on core services. So within core services, there's a huge amount of different services what somebody could be doing. That could be personal care, that could be grooming, bathing, showering, medical assistance, that could be leisure and recreational activities, taking somebody out into the community. It could be anything to do within the household task, could be waste management, could be support with the laundry or housekeeping, or the seasonal cleaning. It could be social skill development where people do need assistance with the technology and everything the way it is going. So there's a huge amount of other services, but talking about range of different services, there's so many different other services which people have been working towards contributing to. I'm just looking for another one to give you an update on what everything people are actually doing. So
Wow.
can you see this other slide here?
No,
Or
no, I
okay,
can't. So you might need to just press stop sharing.
yeah, let me just go back into the
I
stop
mean,
sharing.
ultimately, there are a lot of services that come under core supports. Do
Yes,
you deliver all of these yourselves? Do you deliver some of them through collaboration?
we mostly do work in collaborations.
Yep,
The core services is something that we are doing on our own internally, and that is what we are concentrating mostly on.
brilliant.
We're not concentrating on every other service where we can be, because there's just too much to do, you know.
Absolutely. I mean,
So
there's just so much need, isn't there?
of course,
Um,
there's a huge amount of different services. What can actually be done? I've got this one here. That I'll share this one with you. Uh, Where is it the right one? Yes. So, okay. So I've got this slide here, if you can see this.
yep.
Like under NDIS, it's categorized into three separate categories under core, capacity, and capital budgets. Now, within these, there are a huge range of different lists, which generally how we understand
Mm,
what is included in capacity or what is included in core or in capital when you're talking about these particular budget categories in brief over across a table or during a conversation. But as we know about what NDIS is, and a disabled person needs huge amount of different services from their given NDIS plan and their the goals, the life goals, and everything, what they want to achieve and what they want to get out of the NDIS plan and the supports that they're looking for. Now, these are all these supports which an NDS participant is wanting to benefit from in achieving their personal life goals with the funding that is made available to them. It's divided into three different categories, but within these three categories, there's huge amount of different services. Where is that? Like this is one of my slides in the presentation where huge number of different roles are defined to
yep.
bifurcate these three categories. Now, how NDIS is looking at whether that's an NDIS plan or capacity budgeting building, it's whether that is budgeting or plan manager, or there is choice and control or the quality standards, the role of support coordinators and LSCs and everything. It's huge. In my previous organization, I was doing a lot others. I was doing core, I was doing capacity, I was doing allied health, support coordination, plan management, accommodation and support. So I was doing everything, but now I've streamlined into these set of services, but it's not limited to what you see here. There's a huge range of other services, which is not, of course, not listed on this slide. But those are the categories what we are looking at from within Wise Healthcare that we are doing for NDIS participants out there. So
Wow.
there's
Well, thank you, Bobby. We know you're so passionate about the sector and about your role in bringing people together. So
Mm.
really, really look forward to having you at the event. And looking forward to involving you in the collaboration and the connection that exists and takes place here. And please feel free to share the events and things that you run as well while you're there, because the more people can come together and build relationships, the better the services are. Do you have one
Oh,
last comment for us?
Look, my last comment would always be about asking the providers to work in a collaboration with the other providers and do go out, meet the other providers, see what they're doing, learn from them. It's never too dumb to ask a question about an information that you do not have. So do feel free. I've done that over the last so many years. I still do that. I still reach out to one person or the other in my network, asking about information that I do not know. So whether that could be my auditors, that could be fellow India service providers, that could be a care team member, it could be anyone. So it's a progressive approach, and NDIS is always changing. And it's never a one size fit all process for any of the NDIS participants. Somebody's going through different mix of challenges in their life. So do come out to the event, whether that is Thrive Together, that is organized by you and your team on the 29th of April. And there are many other networking events. Please do go out, do come, ask your question, introduce yourself, tell them about the good things that you're doing and how you're contributing to the lives of NDIS participants and making a positive contribution for an outcome.
Thanks, Bobby. We really look forward to having you all there. Please register, come along, build the relationships and connections, and looking forward to meeting you there.
Absolutely looking forward to seeing you there, Jenny.